Wow. Just wow. This is one of the most shocking, stunning blowouts I can remember watching. I haven't been alive for that long, but in all the years of watching college football, I can't remember a blowout more stunning than this. I mean, I've seen teams get blown out. I've seen teams get blown out in championship games. I remember 5-6 years ago when Notre Dame lost to Alabama by 30 points, and it was embarrassing. That game was absolutely devastating. But this is beyond. As now the game is now coming to an end here. This is more shocking than that. This is Alabama. This is the number 1 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. By the way, fifth year. This is the 5th year of the college football playoff, and the 1 seed has never won it. That is crazy to me. 5th year of the college football championship, and that has happened. This is Alabama. This is the dynasty. This is the greatest coach in all of college football, Nick Saban. And this is the closest thing resembling an NFL team in Alabama. The model of consistency the last 10 years. Love them, hate them. They've been great for 10 years now. And on the biggest stage in a national championship game, not only lose, get totally overpowered, annihilated, embarrassed. This is by far the worst I have seen Nick Saban and Alabama look. Just unbelievable how bad they look tonight and how dominant Clemson looked. I should talk about Alabama, I should talk about how great Clemson was. And congrats to Clemson, their 3rd championship, their 2nd in the last 3 years. Dabo Swinney now joins Saban as the only active coaches to have 2 championships. Also joins Saban as the only coach to win 2 college football playoff championships. All the props, though, to when we talk about this game and why Clemson won it. Trevor Lawrence, this kid. I mean, I feel like last year I was like, Tua is the best young freshman quarterback I've ever seen, and a year later I think I've been topped. The way Trevor Lawrence played in this game against the closest thing that resembles a college football, an NFL defense, the closest thing you'll have to that. And he picked them apart from start to finish. It was a complete undressing of Alabama. This kid is so good. He is going to be, if he stays healthy, he is going to be a top pick in the NFL draft. He is so good in the pocket. He's a great pocket passer. The way he's able to pick off defenses, the way he is my goodness, the way he's able to throw the ball. He's got a big arm. He's a tough kid. All of that implies, and it's just he's one. He is. This is a freshman doing this, picking apart Alabama, destroying Alabama. We've never seen this in the Saban era. We've never. And this kid with this long blonde hair just ran Alabama over. He and John Ross, who made some unbelievable catches today, was the reason why Clemson is the national champion. I went into this game I picked Alabama, and I apologize for that. I was dead wrong because I just thought, Alabama's the better team here, and not that this kid's not going to be good, but it's got to come to an end. He's not, he's running into Alabama, and look at the stats here for this kid. As I try to pull these up here, 20 for 32, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Remarkable. Nothing short of remarkable. And then you look on the other side, and you look at Tua, who has been, and had his moments tonight, but especially in the second half, and there were moments also in the first half, the Clemson defense got to him. They blitzed him, and he just could not handle it. You looked at, the pick six early, terrible play, and really set the tone for the game. You had the other interception where he just completely overthrew. And then, in the second half, he just couldn't get anything going. I was surprised Saban did not go with Hurts. I thought Saban's going to eventually, he's going to turn to Jalen. No, he never, until it was too late. He just stuck with Tua. And, that was, it's weird for a coach who earlier. Remember in Game 1 against Louisville, the talk was, why is Saban still playing Hurts? Why is he? Tua is obviously the guy for the future. Don't go back to Hurts. And he kept playing Tua. He kept going back and forth between Tua and Hurts. And then finally, weeks later, he started going with Tua full time. It's weird that now he didn't even go to wouldn't even want to go to Hurts. Didn't even go to him. So this again is just, to be honest. First of all, I'm seeing a lot of finally no more roll tide roll. I expected it. Nick Saban just announced that Clemson cheated and deflated the ball. I picked Rodgers. So hello Las Vegas Nation. Thank you and Gamer 500,000. What's up? This was crazy. How much of a beatdown this was. What happened to the stream? I stopped that midway through. Nobody was watching. I came back for this though. So Tua just. It was shocking to me why Saban didn't go to Hurts, why he didn't go back to him. It was a total whooping, just totally the worst you've seen. Again, this shouldn't happen to Saban. This shouldn't happen to Saban. This would be like in the Super Bowl if New England lost by 30. It doesn't happen. Not to this extent, not to this team, and it happened to Alabama of all teams. And again, it was not a great night for Tua. He made some terrible throws, particularly in the first half. He had that terrible pick six. He had the interception that he way overthrew. Saban also. I didn't mind going for it on fourth down. Clemson is what state? Isn't that South Carolina? That's South Carolina. That's right. Death Valley, South Carolina. But I was expecting. Not that I had a problem with going for it on fourth and the fake field goal or the fake punt. I didn't have a problem with that. But he then, it's 6 yards. You have 6 yards to go, and he's running the ball. Pass. Throw a pass. You can't. They're going to catch on, and boy, did they ever. I mean, even Fowler was up in the booth like, I think this is a fake. Go for the pass. If you're going to fake it and it's going to be so obvious, at least throw a pass. At least go for a deep. Because by the time they notice, they're going to clobber you. It's 6 yards. It's not 4th and 1. It's 4th and 6. I didn't understand that at all. That made no sense to me. And goodness gracious, everything about it just didn't feel like Alabama. You thought in the second half Alabama was going to be able to, because Saban, halftime adjustments. Look at the halftime adjustment he made last year, going with Tua. Over Hurts, taking Jalen out, putting Tua in, and that led to a championship. You thought he was done something. No, and they came out so flat and lifeless. I mean, how many points did they score in the second half? I mean, they scored nothing. They scored 0 points in the second half. 0. I mean, I was like 31-16. I'm like, okay, this isn't great, but all right, let's see what Alabama does. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. A total annihilation, especially in the second half from Clemson. This was stunning. I cannot believe that happened. That this happened to Alabama and that Clemson, and all credit to Clemson. They deserve to be national champions today. I mean, we all thought going into this that Alabama was the best team. Alabama was the favorite, blah, blah, blah. Alabama had been number 1 all season. If Alabama had won, they could have gone down as one of the great teams of all time because of how great they were the whole season. But to see how it all changed. Again, the best team won tonight. It is Clemson. It is Trevor Lawrence. It is Ross. It is that Clemson Tiger team. What is the stat here that I'm looking about Lawrence? He becomes the first true freshman starting quarterback to lead his team to a title since Jamel Holloway for Oklahoma in 1985. This is a true freshman. This isn't – I mean, college football is getting younger, which I didn't think was possible. But it used to be juniors and seniors were the ones getting it done. Now it's sophomores and freshmen. Those are the ones. I mean, it's rare you see somebody like Hunter Renfrow now staying 5 years. It is amazing to see how young the game's gotten. We saw it last year. We see it this year. We see a freshman quarterback take over mid-season for a quarterback. Kelly Bryant, how's he feeling, by the way, right about now? How's he feeling? He comes in and just runs out, turns the tables, completely dominates, start to finish, wins the ACC championship game, totally defeats Notre Dame. And I feel like I might owe Notre Dame an apology. You know what? Maybe it's just not that Notre Dame wasn't good in the championship in semifinals, because they weren't. But you know what? It's just something about that Clemson team and the way they were able to just just their defense, the way they're able to just completely destroy any team that was in their way. This is, again, just remarkable. Clemson wins it. I have to look at the score here. 44-16. Never would have imagined it. Never would have thought it. Thought there was no way on earth that this could happen to Alabama. And again, the story should be Clemson, but I'm sorry. That's the thing the fact that this, again, that Alabama gets blown out like this, that to me is the bigger story. But to Clemson, they're going to earn all the praise for this, and they deserve it. They deserve to be national champions today. 100%. Again, congrats to Dabo. Congrats to Lawrence. Congrats to everybody. Ross. Everybody on that offense. Everybody on that. Hunter Renfrow. He goes out in style. The entire team and that defense. What a job by them. What a job they did. Running Alabama out of the building there in the second half. And now Clemson becomes the third team in the history of college football to go 15-0 or more. The only other teams to do it, 1894 Yale and 1897 Penn. Wow. Totally remarkable. Gosh, this is nuts. So congrats, Clemson. Congrats to everybody there. Wow. We knew Clemson was good. This is beyond remarkable. And is this the end? I don't know. I don't think this is the end of the Alabama dynasty at all. As long as Saban is there. When Saban is done, I'll say Alabama's done. You know, Saban is furious. And I can't imagine what that team is going through right now in that locker room. Yes, beyond statement win. Statement. It is our time. Clemson saying it's our time to take over college football. And that's the thing. Lawrence is a freshman. These guys are freshmen. All right, this isn't just like a one-year thing. They're going to be back. They're going to be back. This team right now, they're the favorites to win next year. 100% this team is going to be the favorites to win next year and deserves it. And, I wish this game could have been closer. I mean, when we saw the first quarter, I think all of us thought, oh, yeah, this is going to be a fun, exciting, nail-biter of a game. Nope. Clemson took over. Alabama completely shut down. Just could not get a bunch of drives going in. The 2 interceptions, the bad fake field goal, the bad in the last drive there, they when they got stopped on downs, really led to it. And then Clemson had all of those touchdowns go their way. And Justin Moss, six catches, 153 yards. Let me do the math in my head here. That's 25 yards a catch. That is 25 yards a catch. The one thing that I will say, looking at this, again, Alabama had more, and now here it is. Dabo, hello, phenomenal UNT. And now we see Dabo raising the trophy once again. For the second time, he is a national champion. For the third time, Clemson's a national champion. Looking at the stats here, I mean, if you look at it, total yards is about the same. Passing, it's not that big. Rushing, it's not that big. Alabama did have 6 penalties compared to Clemson's 1. And Alabama did have the 2 turnovers. Those were 2 killer turnovers by Tua. Imagine how different this game is if that pick 6 hadn't happened, and if that interception that he way overthrew also in the first half of that. Imagine how different everything could have been for Clemson and how it all would have how all different. And Clemson probably still wins. Look, even if Hurts comes into the second half, Clemson not only won, Clemson manhandled Alabama. Clemson won 44-16. Yes, unbelievable. Yes, the champion, Carrie Underwood. Oh gosh darn it. You weren't watching. You didn't. Yeah, so you didn't miss much. You missed the blowout. You also missed the worst halftime show in the history of existence. My gosh, I can't believe I actually liked some Imagine Dragons songs. That was putrid. That was awful. And Barstool Sports said it best. Lil Wayne looked like he robbed the bird lady from Home Alone 2 at gunpoint and asked for her clothing. I don't know. I cannot believe ESPN actually thought this is quality entertainment. I mean, oh God, they're not good. I can't believe I like some of their songs. But regardless, so that was bad. So Dabo right now Dabo's going nuts. Dabo is so happy. He deserves it. Happy for him, a second national championship. Yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful job for him and that entire Clemson team. I mean, another national championship for him. Imagine Dragons is a good band. No, they're a fine band. I don't mind Imagine Dragons. It's just, but after that performance, I don't know. Like they were so bad. They seemed off key. It's just nothing. I also realized that a lot of their songs sound exactly the same. So I still don't hate them. It's just like it was just shocking to me. So, yes, total beatdown for Clemson. Again, this is one of the most stunning. This is easily the worst loss in Alabama. I mean, Alabama's had worse moments, but in terms of like being totally outplayed, we've never seen Alabama totally outplayed like this. We've never seen Alabama look this bad. I mean, it's all right. I mean, maybe to me, listening to all the 3 songs that they played at the halftime show, just to me, it all sounded like the same. I don't hate Imagine Dragons. I actually like them, but like tonight, I was just like, wow, what was that? They had a great year. Just wasn't interested. No, that's fine. If you weren't interested, I was zoned into this game. I could not believe what was happening there in the second half. I thought for sure Alabama was going to turn it around. Nothing. Just nothing. Completely fell asleep. I'm just again looking at the Twitter reaction. Trevor Lawrence is trending. Dabo's trending. Clemson's trending. Led by a 19-year-old freshman quarterback. And yes, Trevor Lawrence is MVP. No surprise there. He is again just an incredible coaching job by Dabo Swinney. They waited all year for Alabama. Again, once again, this was the fight. Alabama Clemson. Once again, here we go. And we've seen 4 of these games now. We've seen 4 of these. We've seen 2 close games. Last year we saw an Alabama blowout. Clemson took whatever they learned from last year and said, let's not do that again. And then just ran all over the Tide. In again, what was one of the most just I'm trying to think of the words to say. Clemson is the only team to beat Nick Saban in a title game. They've done it twice. It's just unbelievably remarkable to me to think of this happening. To think of what's happening for Clemson. And this is also nice. I just saw this that Dwight Clark went to Clemson. Today would have been his 62nd birthday. Of course, he passed away within the last year. And his Clemson Tigers are national champion. So I'm happy about that. Happy for Dwight Clark, wherever he is. I mean, oh God, Trevor Lawrence, man, what a job he is. Like the Bills, don't watch college football, man. That's fine. So yeah, final as we Trayvon Martin also had a great game. 6 tackles, a sack, an interception. Alabama massacre. It totally 100% beat down. I cannot remember. And for everybody who hates Alabama, today is for you. I mean, you've had some good moments, the kick 6, the title game 2 years ago, but this was one game where it was over by the fourth quarter. This was one of the few times that you could not just enjoy it after the game. You could enjoy it during the game. You could enjoy Alabama's beatdown during the game. You even enjoyed it at the start of the game. Yeah, as you saw Tua with that pick 6. I mean, and then of course he comes back with a 60-yard touchdown, but just it almost seemed like I'm trying to think mentally. To like I was gonna say he never recovered from it, but then of course he had a couple touchdowns right afterwards. So I'm not sure where it all went wrong. It's just as the game wore on, they just got to him more and more, and he just couldn't do anything with it. And there's Christian Wilkins. He's a senior, 198 tackles in his career. He's now a 2-time national champion. Happy for him. This again, a worthy champion. Clemson, a deserving national championship. It's their second one in 3 years. Although I don't want to hear Dabo say anymore. We didn't belong. People thought we shouldn't be here. Stop it. That was cute 3-4 years ago. No more now. You 100% deserve to be here. Nobody's doubting you anymore, Clemson. Okay, nobody's doubting Dabo. I don't want to hear Dabo say anymore. It's us against the world. No. The world respects you now. Once again, yes, narrative being broken. But everybody respects you now, Clemson. Nobody doubts you anymore. Stephen A. Smith just came on Twitter. I'm never doubting Dabo Swinney again. No one done it. This team is legit, and they're going to be legit for a couple of years now. Wow. So yeah, man, they're Unbelievable here. So, yeah, I know I've said that a couple times, but I'm truly, truly baffled and stunned by this class. Man, so 44-16. That doesn't seem right. It doesn't. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem fair. A total beatdown, beginning to end, starting with the pick six, going all the way through. So yeah. Man. So if you guys have anything else in the comments, let me know because I'm truly at a loss here for what just happened. I try to break down, try to analyze things. I can't analyze this. This is remarkable. What happened tonight? Again, the closest thing you will see to an NFL team got humiliated, got embarrassed, got demolished. And you rarely see that in sports. You rarely see the Patriots on the biggest stage get blown out. I mean, you rarely see in the NBA Finals the Warriors in the biggest game get blown out. You rarely see it. Tonight we saw probably the greatest dynasty in the history of this sport. In the biggest stage, on the biggest stage, in the biggest moment, get absolutely humiliated. On all sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, Clemson was in total, complete control. That never, ever happens. When was the last? I'm trying to think. When was the last time we saw a giant of the sporting world get embarrassed like that? I mean, somebody can try to write in the comments. I can't think of it. I can't think of the last time I've seen something like this. It's gosh, amazing. So congrats to Clemson. Congrats to Trevor Lawrence. Congrats to Dabo. Congrats to everybody there. A worthy national champion. Happy for the seniors there. They get to go off with a final win. As for Alabama, again, I think they'll be fine as long as they have Saban. As long as Saban stays there, they'll be fine. As long as Tua is there, as long as he's healthy. Although tonight we saw a couple of us, we saw, the perfect quarterback. We saw them get away with it. I mean, because I remember last year people was like, "Oh, Tua is going to be the greatest college quarterback ever," and then we saw what happened tonight. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Trevor Lawrence, but you never know because the other coaches watch tape too. Remember that. The other coaches watch tape, study tape, and they try to find out the other players' weaknesses. Looking at the highlights here. Hold on. Give me a second here. This was again. Wow, beat down. Showing all the highlights here. For Clemson to do this. For them to just run over Alabama. Clemson went on a 31-0 run on Alabama. How does that happen? Somebody explain this to me. Are we in a different universe? Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? So, what a job. What a job by this Clemson team. Unbelievable. That's all I can say for now about this team, about what they were able to do, about Ross, about everybody on that Clemson sideline. We witnessed Clemson dealing with the devil. And to see Saban just look defeated like that, to see Saban have no answers, again, never see this. On Travis Etienne also, job well done out of him. So and then Alabama, again had the questionable moments, the fake field goal. They had the fourth down call at the end of the third quarter that just didn't work out, and then that was it. And then Clemson was able to. Again, the game was over by the fourth quarter. Also, Alabama had 3 more minutes of possession than Clemson. But the turnovers. Alabama, again, you look at the stats. Alabama had more first downs. Alabama had only like 50 yards less total. They had 50 less passing yards. They had more rushing yards. They had more penalties. And they had more possession at the time. It was the turnovers. The turnovers were the thing that, in the end, killed this team. And again, Travis Etienne, 14 carries for 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then again, the receiving. of Justin Ross. What a game. And T. Higgins as well. A great night out of him. And then the 2 interceptions, A.J. Terrell, Trayvon Mullen. Also, the extra point from Alabama didn't help things either. Jesus. All right, so I think I'm going to get going now. ESPN's going to start showing like the big montage here at the end of the game. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congrats to Clemson on a national championship, a well-deserved national championship. I'll be back. Maybe I'll be back. I don't know when I'll be. I'll have a video. I think I'll have a video up Friday with my picks to the divisional round. And then after that, we'll see. I might have some non-sports videos coming up in the future. But regardless, thank you guys as always for watching. Take care. God bless. And congrats